Go. And we are live right here in the United Kingdom
and Canada.
Canada.
Yes.
And we have Mr. Pack. Nice to see Pack. Pack Euro Food and Vlogs, great channel. Actually, I'll be right up your channel actually because you love. Yeah, he likes up his channel. It can't be up his alley, can it? Because you also make delicious food.
I certainly try.
We'll be starting now. As you know, it's just a fun chat talk night. And if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to, of course. And I been out today, been busy. And I was going to do your pour today. I wanted to do your pour. Then we got a phone call to do our floor tomorrow, or to look at the floor tomorrow. So hopefully I can get on with your pour tomorrow. Kin and Mime. Nice to see Kin. And
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Okay. 6 points into buying a coin. Now, me, okay. Now, see if you're right or wrong on it, right? Okay. Now, Change Checker to me, or Change Checker or Westminster Collection, they're both the same company, and Change Checker is basically the website. Westminster Collection is where you buy it from, and great products, really good products and stuff like that. Not knocking the products or anything like that, but their information is really sketchy, and I've called them up on a few times about it. Okay, this is the 6-point guide to valuing your coin. Okay, to valuing your coin. Okay,
I'm listening intently.
Okay, decide where you sell. Right. Okay, that's number 6. 5, research the coin story. Okay. 4, judge the coin's condition. Okay, right. Check if you can still be bought from official Royal Mint distributors. Wow. Okay, they've got Westminster Collector, Royal Mint, and Change Checker. They've got Westminster Collection, Royal Mint, and Change Checker. And Change Checker and Westminster Collection are the same company. Okay.
Oh, cheeky.
And use the eBay tracker and check the eBay sold listings. Okay. 1. That is their 6 guide to selling the coin. Wrong on all levels. Okay, there's more to selling the coin than these 6 things that I'm reading here. 1.
I agree.
1. Take your coin to a specialized, especially if you've got a really specialized coin. Okay, you know it's specialized, you know it's rare, because as you get on eBay, quite a lot of times they always say it's rare. And there's no, a guide on eBay is only what people sell individually, you know. So, you know, if I put a coin up for sale, I want it for that much, but then you're going to get people who wants to quick flip. And then you can't really distinguish the actual, on a photograph, the condition of the coin. This is my own personal guide. Me, I don't look at Royal Mint distributors like Westminster Collection and Change Checker because they are the same company. They're just trying to promote themselves here. And of course, they are a registered company from the Royal Mint. They are a distributor. Their products are really good, but Change Checker is the information side. Westminster Collection is the sales side. They do have a precious metal side as well, but you have to phone them individually. I will go around 5 or 6 different websites like I do and look at a coin that I want to buy and see where you go from that point. because if you bought from these before, you got a good chance it's going to be a really good coin. Unless it's going to be, unless you accept it's going to be in pretty poor condition. They will, every numismatic is BNT registered, which is the British Numismaniac. British Numismatics, that's your fault. British Numismatics Trade Association registered, okay? And then they have to give you proper advice, because to be in one of those councils, you've got to be really, really reputable. So I would do that first, and that is buying or selling anything. Go to, if you want to obviously look at your coin, you can either go and get it graded, if you like to go and get your coin from slabs, or that's one reference. Two, if you got your coin from the Royal Mint directly, it's probably best to go and get it, then to check their grade from because they are the people that make it. They have got a Royal Mint museum that they do help with your coins, with any era coins. It's a small fee, but anything that comes back, they will give you a COA with it. eBay selling is an individual thing anyway. It's hit and miss. If someone sells a coin for £1,000 and it's only worth £5, that does happen. And you can buy a coin from eBay for £1 and it's probably worth £15. It does happen. Auctions do go wrong. Research the coin first, of course, what you want to buy, what you're after, research it. You probably have a good idea of what you want, or what you want to buy, or what you want to sell before you do that anyway. What I do like about Numista is their list of catalogue. You can look at a certain coin and then go down, and you can actually go through the mintage figures, and you can find the key dates there. So you pretty know what you're after, or what you're up against if you're buying or selling a coin. So do your research first. And then you don't have to decide where you sell your coin. You can probably sell it on various different websites, or even some of these coin stores. They will actually sell your coin for you, or appraise your coin anyway, or look for a coin fair, and they should give you a fair price, or a swap, or a trade, or credit, whatever the case may be. This guide is, I think, useless myself. That's why I think of it. What about you, Skip? You're the expert.
Expert. That's past tense. Drip under pressure. Look, here it is. And speaking of the new collector, I mean, those been around have a pretty good idea what to do, but it's always good to review. But the new collectors, first off, you find that most new collectors think that just because we're in the hobby, we can do things like grading over the internet or showing a picture and whatnot. That doesn't do it. It just does not do it, as you know. That's why when you mention going to someone that knows what they're doing, a reputable coin shop that have been in the business for years, can do an assessment for you. Now, and I cannot emphasize enough, when you're going out, you got to decide, as you know, you got to decide what is it you're collecting, what is it that you need, what type of coin you're looking for as to grade and mintage, which is huge, because you can get it's from anywhere from 1 to 70, every grade in between, and whether you have raw or slabbed. A raw coin, of course, is a whole different ball game than a slab coin.
Absolutely.
Now, a new collector don't understand that when you're looking at a slab coin, someone's taken the time and expense to get it professionally graded. The other thing you got to look at with these slab coins, are they done by an upper tier grading company? And I can't emphasize that enough. We got someone in the basement sitting there. An upper tier. Yeah.
Hey,
Neil.
Hey,
Neil.
How are you doing?
We're doing okay. So
got this today. And just a quick highlight. I just want to say hello to Coin Junkie and Papa G. And of course, Neil, good to see you, brother. But yeah, sorry, Skip.
No problem. The important thing is I'm trying to emphasize that if you're looking at a slab coin, make sure it's done by an upper tier grading company. NGC, PCGS. In Canada, they actually use ICCS for Canadian coins. They don't slab them; they put them in envelopes, but they have an attribution with them. So they're quite good and popular. Yeah, it's so good to see Neil here.
Just one thing.
Go ahead.
Neil's got slab comics as well, so this actually co-finds with what Neil does as well. So,
it does. It does. Absolutely.
I mean, I've never seen a slab comic. I've seen slab cards, and I've never seen a slab comic until I met Neil. And this applies with every type of collection. We're just highlighting as coins as a improvisation. But yeah, sorry, Skip.
No, if you can identify anything that can be slabbed as being valuable enough to get slabbed, then go ahead. But don't be slabbing every bloody thing that you get a hold of, because it costs a lot of money to get these things graded.
They do. And if you can always check whether a coin, comic, card, slab has been graded properly. You can actually get a barcode, and it will come up when it was slabbed and it was graded, what grade it's being, what the thing is. It's Neil's birthday! Happy birthday, Neil!
Mojo.
Mojo. I got slabbed once. Yeah, Zoe buried me in the garden, and no, because here, right now, one thing I will say about Change Checker, they emphasize that they never put prices on coins. Okay, so there's a video going out saying, like, fill up the Kew Gardens. This is only worth 50 pence. I got this, and it's only worth 50 pence. Well, now they're trying to sell them 4 times as much or 50 times as much, and telling people they're worth this much. So that's Change Checker. And as I said, Westminster Collection are the same. If you ever deal with it, they do international, I believe. If you get one, you're going to get the other. They are absolutely the same company. Mm-hmm. And but if you're, as you're saying, you got, was it the ICC?
It's ICCS. This is for a Canadian company, and they're quite good. They're quite good at grading. The only thing is they don't slab them; they put them in sealed envelopes with the attribution with them.
Well, that's actually really good. Actually, that's actually better because that saves a lot of space. In fact, so yeah, when you know what you want to sell, you probably got a pretty good idea what you're selling, unless you're new, as you said. But you know, if I was to say do a comic or a card, I wouldn't know. So my best guess is to either go to Neil, White Mojo, Wolf, and someone around the community and say, like, "I got this comic. I have no idea." Or even you, Skipper, because you collect comics, and go.
I wouldn't be able to do anything with comics. Nick Molnar would be a good one.
Nick Molnar, yeah, he's opened up. Oh, by the way, Neil, Nick Molnar maybe opened up a new comic shop in Canada.
Oh, right.
So we've told him to do panning. We've told him to do coins. We've told him to do gold and silver, metal detecting, magnet fishing, all the accessories, comics, of course, cards, all the, as I said, the accessories. I've already said that. Then he has to do a barbecue for when the punters get hungry. So he's got a lot on his plate, so to speak.
Yeah. I have a serious question for you, Dale.
Oh, go on.
A little bird told me that you actually at one time went to work for the Royal Mint, and you went on strike because you wanted to make less money.
No, I died. I died. I got worn out. I got you there, Skip. Yeah.
You know, when I have to explain jokes, it just knocks me right off my feet.
No. Oh, what's that one then? Hang on, I'm going to put you up big. Is that a slab card?
Yeah, that's a slab card.
No, I got it. I got that. To be fair, Skip, I'm sorry. Ooh.
Trying to get the glare off it.
9.5. So that would probably be around about an MS67.
It's I think the highest is like a 10. So it's near enough like perfect kind of thing. It says corners 9.5, centering 9.5, edges 9.5, and surface is 9.5. So to go off those for a card, and this is by Luxury Grading Services, who did the card slab. And then the comic here is CGC graded, and that's 9.8. That's about probably as best as you can get on a comic.
Wow.
And 9.8. And CGC used to be the best grading company out there, but the standards have been really bad lately.
So with the comics and with anything like stamps, obviously I've never actually purposely gone and got anything graded. So obviously with coins you have a certain criteria you have to go through. There's a lot of obviously electroscoping, is measurement, micro measuring. There is visual inspections. Obviously it's not just done by one person, it's done by a few people, and then it comes to a conclusion as it goes down the list. Is that right, Skip? It's how it's done, isn't it? Everything is measured, counter measured, and
and they have multiple graders that take a look at it, so you're not getting one set of eyes, and I think that's the important thing. Even when we do casual assessments, we do the same thing. We'll sit down and I'll have half a dozen or more different dealers and collectors, and we will look at each one and come to a consensus as to what the approximate grade would be. Mm-hmm. So you can well imagine professional graders, they're even more tough.
Yeah.
You know.
So what about comics then? Do they actually go through the actual whole book, look for outlines and overcoloring and I don't know, spotting maybe like ink's not supposed to be there and it is there? I don't know, color. I don't know. What do they look for? I know they're going to look at age.
On a comic book, they'll look at everything. They'll look at, like the corners. The corners have to be sharp. If there's a bent corner, it gets downgraded. They look right down the spine. If there's any stress marks, they grade it on that, or colour rub on the cover. And they even look all the way through the book if there's anything missing out the books, because like the old Marvel comics had like a value stamp in them, and people used to cut them out, and if it's got that missing, then it's an incomplete book.
Yeah, so that's classed as a defect, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, but the comics you can actually, like these T-shirt presses that you get, you can actually press a comic and get like creases out the cover and everything, and you can actually get a better grade if you do it properly.
White Mojo Wolf says, doesn't it take a long time for CGC to grade them now?
It does, because they're that busy. There's that many people sending into them that they're just overwhelmed by the amount of work they've got, so it's taking them longer.
Wow. I mean, EAC's in the house. We have, you can even have high grade sneakers. Yeah, do you know what? I've seen that on TikTok where people are buying like shoes, Jordanaires, and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah.
And buying them for like $3 or $4 grand a piece, and then getting them graded. It's crazy what they do. I mean, they even buy really dirty, bad, worn shoes, and they get them all done out professionally, and then getting graded. Man, it's. My wife used to have hair straighteners on some of those comics.
I don't know. I think that'd be a little risky.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
It depends how you do it. If you put the heat too high, it'll end up burning the comic.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when you do press it, you're actually meant to put it's like a Teflon between the comic and the press to prevent it burning the ink and stuff. And you have to put card in the comic, or you get the hinges pressing through and stuff like that. You've got to be very careful when you're pressing them.
Cartoon Universe.
Hey there, Cartoon Universe. How are you doing?
Hey guys.
How's it going?
How are you doing?
Good. I'm just hanging around.
New videos.
Hey, you're upside down.
Yeah.
Yes, he's upside down. Does that help with the oxygenating the brain a little bit?
Maybe, but
You know what's happening, don't you?
yeah.
He's followed Tesla and gone in the car and gone to space.
Either that or he's in Australia.
No, I was thinking he was in Australia. Yeah.
Or he's stuck, or someone stuck him on the ceiling.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get down from here.
You get down from there.
I thought only bats hung up like that.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna be a pain when you want to go to the loo.
Oh my Lord, Dale.
Tacky, how's it going? Oh, by the way, Skip, I told Zoe about your dollars yesterday that you counted.
Oh, you rotten bugger. Yeah.
She told me off.
The nerve of him doing that.
Sorry. Yeah, so I'm just going through some points here because I don't really like this book, to be honest. It's all about British coins. Not even actually, it's got one thing about the Canadian penny, 2022. It's saying farewell to the Canadian penny.
That's been quite a while.
Well, yeah, let's make sure I've got the right year. Well, 19. No, it's not. It is this month.
No, it'll be 2012.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like 10 years on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just got checklists in there if you want to collect British coins. They run out.
Taddy, where are you from? Tati si Fetita?
Philippines, I think.
Dimebag Darren Lowe's in the house.
Dimebag! I bet he's at work.
Oh, from Romania. That's cool.
Oh, Romania. Oh, man. I used to know a little bit of Romanian as well. There's not much going on in this book, you know. It's just change check and trying to sell its stuff.
Well, there are some publications out there too. Not only hard copy, but you can actually pick up copies like the Planchet on the Edmonton Numismaniac Society website. Some of the older copies they give access to, and they're very insightful when it comes to numismatic items.
I mean, I don't mind the coin hunts. I just find them it's like almost every from what my perspective when I watched them, Ogia coins. When I watched them over and over again, it's kind of point. Oh man, you know what I mean? Don't seem very much variety. And you know when someone's pulled out a 2011, 2016, 2009 shield coin, and they're so hard to find in circulation, and yet you've got these bigger channels pulling them out like there was no tomorrow. And I'm thinking, man, come on, it's the same coin as last time. You know what I mean? Show me all these 2011 because you can only get them in proof sets. You know, 2011, 2012, even some of the £2 coins that are only in coin sets, and that they're finding them like nobody else can find them. Do you know what I mean? It's like FIFA giving you a card pack and going, "Oh, you've got Ronaldo and Messi in the same pack," which is very unlikely, especially a world class player. It's
You know, you got a point. I watch these coin roll channels, and they're hunting away and having fun. And most of them, of course, they're American. They're looking for the silver if they can find it, the gems. All I got to think about when I watch those videos is I wish I was in 1965 doing coin roll hunting then. Because can you imagine the dimes, the quarters, the half dollars? There's no clad. It's all silver. I would love to go back and do that.
You have to go back. Well, I'm going to try and find a clad coin.
Yeah, where are those clad? I hear there's clad coming out. Those are cool.
We got clad in the box, guys. We got clad in the box.
Some people do seed the rolls for entertainment value. I know that, Darren.
Yeah.
You know, and that bothers me too, because you know
it bugs me over here because we got so many variety coins, commemoratives, and some of them really hard. Some of them can't even get. You have to literally buy a set which is worth hundreds of pounds to break it open, to put it into a coin bag, and you can tell it's fake because the coin is lovely and shiny, you know, and that would be picked up instantly by somebody at the bank who's into coins or knows somebody's into coins. There's no way on earth that they would let it's like putting carrot in chocolate, you know what I mean? You know it's out of place. And when you put them out, that's why I done those spoofs a few weeks ago. Well, say about 6 months ago. And you know, I'd done the coin hunt and I was putting out American coin sets and dollars and Morgan dollars out the coin bags, because it was just like, how can you find two in one bag? Sorry, but it's just got to a point now where people are getting bored and they're just doing it. I mean, I understand why they're doing it, views and stuff, but show me all these 2011 coins. Show me them. If I go back all your videos and show you them, there's not even. I think there's probably about 180,000 made in the coin sets. So, and they're destroying coin sets for the sake of getting a few views. But anyway, I've been trying to do designs for my thing. If anybody don't know, I've got a shop, and when you get 1,000 subscribers now, you get a shop. When you get into the YouTube partner program, it's not 10,000 anymore; it's 1,000 subscribers. So, I didn't know that until a few weeks ago. What else was there, Skip? Seeded the roll.
I love it when he runs out of steam, Neil. DJ, look. Dale's like, yeah. What do you want? What do you have to say, Skipper? And I'm like,
yeah.
Let me come up with something.
Oh, I know what I posted everybody's stuff off today, by the way.
Well, you're doing your job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Skip. I think you owe me a Patricia dollar for that now, for being a good boy.
You would want that one, wouldn't you?
No, you keep on.
Don't worry, you're getting this one in the mail.
You got a few things coming anyway, and White Mojo Wolf's got something coming. Neil's got something coming. Darren's got something coming, and a few other people's got something coming.
And I bet you Neil got a comic book for his birthday.
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't. I got some new comic books I can show.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
But I didn't get them for my birthday.
Yeah, kid of mine says, I do bank rolls for errors, old dates, and the occasional silver. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, and I think looking for the errors, I know I find the occasional one, but I don't collect error coins for the sake of error. If I happen to find one, great, but that's not my focus. But a lot of guys really are into them. Huge.
I mean, I like collecting errors if I find them, but it's not something I don't go out my way and bore someone for nearly an hour searching through a coinscape for errors. Run so far away. From my perspective, babe. Right. I said I don't want to bore people. Right. Me.
Dale's too busy arguing.
No.
No.
Thank you, she's getting a quarter of the information and buttoning.
Oh.
Yeah, when I used to do my coin hunts, or if I got change, and look at that. Hang on, Neil, I'll pick that big.
Yeah.
I'll start again then.
Don't you think that he does it like Alex? He does it really quick. You blink and you miss it.
Holy mackerel, Andy!
I saw these on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw some of these on Instagram, I think.
This is 1966. This came out
When England won the World Cup.
You're making DJ drool.
Yeah, no. Nice.
Oh, that's very cool.
World's finest. Do you know, you can tell the artwork is so much better back in the day.
I think when you take a look at a lot of these comic books, the newer ones, so much of it is computer animation versus those that back in the day used to be hand drawn.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
It's like coins. That's why I like the older coins, especially in the 30s or the 1830s or something like that, because you get that, they're hand carved.
Yeah.
That's Star Wars one. What year is that Star Wars one?
these 80s, I think, from the 80s. One was 1980.
No.
I think they're around 1980. The Star Wars.
Oh, 98. Web of Spider-Man.
This was like a modern one, this.
You can tell that's kind of like airbrush, can't you, sort of thing.
And I got this one signed as well.
No. Yeah, cool.
I like the
That's it.
this one is, yeah, definitely sterling silver. Doug Harding.
Anyone else got anything to show?
Look, Neil's run out of steam now. Look. Neil's
Yeah, I've got nothing else to show.
I know about Cartoon Universe. Has he got anything to share with us?
In here, no.
Yes, you have. I got something really cool to show you right now. You ready?
What?
Curly Wurly!
Oh yeah, they used to be a lot bigger.
Oh, these are the anorexic versions. These are. They used to be
Yeah, they used to be huge when I was a kid.
You could eat an old one. You
No.
could break it up and put it in the fridge for the weekend.
Sure, I just seen Skipper with some comics. There you go.
Yep.
Something else. Oh, the Shadow. Oh, you're going to read that to us tonight, are you?
No, I wish. Driving me nuts.
Show them again, please, Skip. Show them slowly.
No, I'll show you one that's more fitting. You doing that to me. Here you go.
Porky Pig, that's me. He's got my passport photo.
Can't believe the stuff that I've collected. So some of them are very cool. Like this, I love this. This is
Orange.
No.
Oh, what's that? I am what? I am Muslim.
They killed the world. They killed justice. They took everything from me except my own worst enemy. And now united in hate together, we make them pay.
Do you know what? If you actually dyed your beard and put that mat, that would be you.
Kifola.
That's a pretty cool comic, actually. What's that one? The lights on it. I can't see that one, Skip.
Yeah.
Oh, Dreadpool.
Yeah.
Dreadpool and
Oh, Deadpool.
Yeah, dead, not good.
Carnage. What else do I got? Oh, my collection's limited, so at least you're going to see my whole collection.
Superman.
Spider-Man's my favorite, though.
How about Genesis Superman? I love
Genesis.
No. Yeah, I'm more into DC myself, so Batman.
Oh, you're into DC? Okay, here's the DC.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. And I got this one. Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, yeah, of course, it's Venom again.
Oh, I love Venom. Venom's fun.
I know. Venom.
Do you ever see the movie with Tom Hardy? He goes,
Of course I have.
I actually, no.
Feels good that I got all these DC ones to show DJ. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, I got that one. And that one.
But
cool.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, Skip.
Yeah.
And here's one. The Titans.
Nice.
Titans. Do you know what? I've seen that in our bookstore, babe, the Titans.
Yeah.
And this one.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah, I knew you'd like this. I like the Superman too.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's my entire comic book collection. It shows how little I have. But you know,
actually, I think Tracy put a stop to it because you're a hoarder.
I cannot believe she pointed at me and go, "You're a hoarder." No, I'm not. I collect. No, you're a hoarder.
You have more than I do, and I have 0. So yeah.
Well, you know what? I call it diversification.
Yeah.
When you can have, you know, a collection of hats or challenge coins or world coins or pins or comic books, or maybe I am a hoarder. Never thought. Yeah, holy crap. Okay, never thought.
So, how many comics do you reckon you have in your collection, Neil?
I
That your wife knows about.
Now you're going to hear from the guy that's a hoarder. Listen to how many he has compared to me.
about probably 1,200 and something around
There,
there.
Whoa.
there you go. See, I'm a rookie, man.
Do you know how many comics I own?
None.
Neil's got them all.
Yeah.
I'm a hoarder, says Kin. I need a.
No, she's asking, do you need a plaid suit from the 60s? You know, I got stuff from the 50s. You want a zoot suit? I don't think I've still got my military uniforms, and I've been retired since 1990.
Yeah.
I put my jacket on, and there's like a 12-inch gap trying to put it. Yes, I've gained a little. Okay.
Yeah, I believe my grandfather has his uniform as well.
I'm not surprised, DJ. We old guys, we tend to hold on to things for memory's sake. Look, this is what I used to wear.
Yeah.
It's called preserving history, not hoarding.
Yeah, and I actually do think he retired a year after you did. Of course, in the US, not Canada. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just yesterday for me. I mean, boom, it's done. Okay.
Yeah.
No. That's wrong.
What's going on in your background there, Dale? Your lady's bugging you.
She's going to go to the kitchen. Yeah, she's going to the laboratory.
The laboratory?
Yeah, that's where.
You're announcing that worldwide?
Yeah, really? I didn't need to know that, but okay.
Zoe says keep in tap. Why didn't you say you butt in?
I did. I said, what? You lot call hoarding.
No, we don't call it hoarding. We call it preserving history, collecting.
Yeah, White Mojo Wolf, that's a different kind of battle chat.
It is battle chat. That's how this is. But I will be bringing it back soon. It's going to be done differently. It's going to be done so it's no questions. It's just going to be doing code things. Anyway, Neil, are you still going to be doing trivia?
Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah.
That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll have all that ready for Thursday, isn't it? Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday is trivia day, and because Skipper's not here on Thursday, he's got other engagements.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the type of engagement I'd like to forget, but okay. Yeah.
I've actually recorded Zoe's top 20 this morning, and that'll be up tonight sometime.
Yay!
Oh, cool.
Nice.
She seems happy about that.
How many times did you fall asleep? Oh, he's fallen asleep now that he's thinking about it.
Oh, ran so far away. Member for 2 months. This is Skipper lives in a museum, not a residential house.
Exactly.
Really?
I reckon he walks around. That's why he wears his uniform. He walks around with his flashlight, and everything comes to life at night.
I would really like that.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Really, that would be scary at all.
nice.
It would be okay, except I wouldn't want to have some of those armored vehicles come to life.
No. I could only imagine. Nice.
I've got to get this thing activated
I reckon
again.
he would actually White Mojo. I reckon he'd make a good night watchman.
Yeah.
Ooh, White Mojo Wolf.
So Neil, how have you been enjoying Elden Ring?
I've been good, thanks.
Have you been enjoying the game you're playing?
Oh yeah, the games I've been playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was playing Elden Ring when you were watching.
Yeah.
That's a fun game. That's fun. I don't know if you played it.
Yeah.
I played Skyrim back in the day.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
I played Pong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I've been wanting to play Skyrim.
I'm not getting any good at it, Mojo.
Yeah, just happened. I just to buy it. Yeah.
I haven't played. My Xbox is still upstairs, tucked away.
Yeah. I prefer play it on the PC, so yeah, that's how I game.
I will be doing some putting some of these coins into coin flips.
I'm going to fetch some AAA batteries so I can see if I can get my phaser working.
Okay.
I thought that all comes down from the Enterprise. It's like Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skipper's gonna change his clothes. He's gonna come back as Captain Kirk. Captain Birdseye Kirk. Mr. One Thug Stacking. Yeah, do you remember Mr. Ben, Neil?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I used to love watching that when I was a kid.
Yeah, goes into his like little cupboard and comes out with something different. You know, he's like, or Matthew Kelly. What's that one with Matthew Kelly? Stars in Their Eyes or something like that.
Yeah, Stars in Their Eyes.
Today, Matthew, I'm going to be. Do you remember that one? If no one's familiar with Stars in Their Eyes, it's about like everyday person, and it's like a game show within music, isn't it? And you have to guess who they're going to be, and they go out and they come back in again within a split second, and they end up sounding and impersonate the person that they like. Stars in Their Eyes.
Yeah.
And one year they completely messed it up by doing an Elvis night. So it took away who you're going to guess. And tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Elvis Presley. It's like 10 contestants all doing Elvis. Oh, we're in the. I wonder who Skipper's going to be then. Any guesses, anybody?
No.
Batman. Right, Zoe says Batman.
Nah.
Cartoon Network? I mean, Universe? Not Cartoon Network. What am I talking about?
Cartoon Network.
I'm not the company. I wish I was, but I'm not.
Sorry, Cartoon Universe.
I don't know, Captain Colt maybe, or maybe Spark. Yeah.
Yeah, Applause Beckons. That's a good one. Picard. Okay, I reckon he's going to come as
Thank God.
King Arthur. Yeah, he normally dresses up as King Arthur this time of the night.
Incredible Hulk is going to paint himself green.
The Incredible Hulk. Okay. He's probably going to guessing. He's got to change them all over the place.
I mean, he could just dress up as Santa and do that.
She-Hulk. Donkey Kong. Right, okay. James! Gripe Gripe! Or Gipe Gipe. Is it Gipe Gipe? I'm terrible with names. As you can tell. Look coin worth 1 million return to... What? A looted coin worth $1 million returned to Israel. Ooh. Oh, Viking King. Viking King.
Yeah, Viking King.
Or he could be covered as Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Come on, Skipper. The suspense is getting to us. Come on.
Did you watch the football, Dale?
Sorry?
Did you watch the football?
No, I haven't seen. Obviously, I'm here, so I've been doing this. So I'm waiting until afterwards.
Do you know the score?
No, I'm waiting until afterwards.
I won't tell you then.
Yeah.
I watched the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. Oh man, they got their asses kicked.
Yeah, they're not a good team.
Yeah, 19-3.
Yeah. Well,
I like NFL. He likes the NFL here. I love NFL.
I have no idea what they're doing.
I enjoy it. I could tell you that this is the first year I joined a fantasy league.
White Mojo just loves NFL.
Nice.
Which team do you support? Oh, we was all wrong there. Santa. Hang on a minute. This place is obviously not working, is it? If you look up, you can actually see the light.
Now that's a cool remote control. You got to admit, for a TV.
Yeah, I reckon Tracy's going mad upstairs right now.
That's why I hid it all these years so she wouldn't throw it away, because it really used to bug her. I'd sit there and I'd shoot phasers at the TV and change channels.
Nice.
Totally cool. Totally cool.
Yeah.
Does it still work?
It still works. I just gotta sync it.
I was going to say Tracy must be going mad upstairs.
She's far enough away she can't hear what I'm doing. She's going, what do you need the batteries for? Oh, I'm just trying out one of my toys downstairs. Oh, okay.
Santa's going for a phase right now.
She hoards all my batteries. Oh! And speaking of hoarding, I told Mrs. C. I told Mrs. C that I wanted to go on a really nice trip this Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, right after I finished delivering everything. Oh, that looks wonderful. That is not cool.
That's awesome.
Anyway, you got people with problems with clowns going crazy right now. Anyway, I'd say, look, let's tone down the decorating this year. What does she do? She buys more decorations.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't have a year without Santa Claus.
Oh no, I'd still be doing my job. It's just when I rest up after all the deliveries, then I want to be able to go to Vegas.
I know.
Can you picture Santa Claus at the craps table? Yeah,
yeah, I had to
That's so
make
funny.
a joke. That's one of my favorite go-to movies.
I look like Guru.
Yeah, the Bills and the Seahawks look good this year.
oh my dear.
Oh man, so funny.
There we go. Now I can start looking at my other persona. Or someone was saying I was going to change my costume. Well, I'm not in my complete costume. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all good, Santa. You're fine. Buccaneer, Santa.
Oh, what a day! What a day!
Do you know what? I got my coin flips out. I've got the coins that I need to. I haven't even started. Superman. Christmas is the best time of year. You get away, you get back. The holiday is over.
I think DJ's fell asleep.
No,
No, you haven't.
Oh, the Champions League is pretty cool.
No, just looking
I love the Champions and the Europa League.
Now, I will say for my fantasy football thing I'm doing, I totally did not expect to win this week. Yeah.
What did you win?
Not that I just won my games against the post.
Your football team won.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but that's the joy of betting and whatnot, or cheering on a certain team. Once in a while, they do come through for you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Because we're doing fantasy football, I'm rooting for basically every team to win because I have a player from each team.
Oh, okay.
That's the part I'm saying is fantasy football.
Oh, fantasy football. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, you know that's not as expensive as the year that I bought season tickets to the Calgary Stampeders, and they never won a single game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, their games came up, and you dreaded going to the stadium to watch them lose again.
Yeah. I mean, that's how people feel about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, yeah, or the Manchester United or Liverpool. You know, they're not the best teams in the world, but you know they do go out and support them.
Thank you, babes.
Cool.
You saw Dale perk up when I said that.
Yeah. I mean,
Liverpool.
I was about to say, oh, you making fun of him.
Of course I am.
Yeah. I
See,
mean, I
the thing
wish.
is, where I live in Swindon, right? Yeah, we used to have a really good team,
Yeah.
and one year the team was so bad, yeah, they had more supporters on the radio than they did in the stands.
Yeah, I get you. I
And
mean,
um,
yeah. That the funny thing is, in Florida, we have 3 NFL teams. So if you don't like one, you have 2 more to pick from.
Well, that's one way of doing it. Or you could be like poor Dale, where the teams are so bad that the only supporters they have are the athletic supporters.
Funny. Yeah.
do you know what? We
Yeah.
got some crazy football chants over here, yeah. And there's one chant that you're like, yeah. Now, one year we was playing Leeds United. Now, Leeds were great back in the day, but this is when they had their really bad slump. It was in like Division 2. And sorry, Division 1. And we were losing against Leeds. And Leeds scored, right? Leeds scored. But they were hoping that the other team around the country, I can't remember what other team, I think it's Middlesbrough versus Coventry, and they needed them to draw. Either one of them winning would have put Leeds down, and it was like the 87th minute or 86, whatever. Leeds scored, right, about 5 minutes to go, and everybody in the stands were going, "We're going down, we're going down." And Leeds supporters found out that one of their teams they needed a draw to stay up, has scored, right? I think it was Middlesbrough scored, right? And Leeds were shouting back to the supporters of Swindon, going, "So we, so we, so." There you go. We'll play you again next year. We'll play you again next year.
Yeah.
That's really, that is really sad.
Oh man. Everton's a good side, and but they just haven't had the influx as like Liverpool, the fame. They had was it David Moyes for years and years, didn't do anything with the team. Yeah, I mean some of the chants are pretty controversial, but some of the chants are really funny. Can't play them. Some of them are really bad. You can't sieve them out. Yes, I found a flip that fits. I've gone for this many flips to look for one coin flip for this one. Actually, Everton and Liverpool are not actual rivals. It's Man United and Liverpool are the most famous rivalry, apart from obviously Glasgow Rangers versus Celtic. The old
I always thought it was like Man City and Manchester United were rivals, and then Everton and Liverpool are rivals. Middlesbrough and Newcastle are rivals.
Yeah, in the day they were. Obviously, Middlesbrough not in the same league as I would say more Derby rivals. But as the top two teams in English football, it would be Man United and Liverpool because they've about the same amount of titles. Everton, I can't remember when Everton won anything.
No,
Probably
they haven't won.
80s, maybe. But they've had David Moyes for so long. I mean, he's long gone now, but they never did. He was a 7th place tier division. That's where he's quite happy being. No FA Cup chase, no championship chase, just 7th place, and that's good enough. But they are a good side. That's what I don't understand. They are a good side. And now you got obviously new teams coming into like Bradford and Brentford and other teams like that and Leicester who are storming the leagues. Spurs is my second favourite team, always has been. I've always liked Spurs. I mean, Glenn Hoddle, I thought was fantastic when he was younger. And then later on, he managed Swindon Town, did really well at Swindon. We got promoted. We've had likes of Ozzy Ardiles, Di Canio. If you ever see The Great Escape, you've seen the film The Great Escape, haven't you?
Yeah.
No, sorry, Road to Victory. The film. The war film.
Now, make up your mind. That's a difference.
Yeah, sorry, Road to Victory with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, Michael Caine, and some other famous actors. I can't remember. Escape to Victory, right? Well, Ozzy Ardiles is one of the players there, and he managed Swindon Town, and he's Argentinian. Really, really cool player. We had a lot of World Cup players back then. But,
cool.
So yes.
Manchester United used to be good, Mojo, but I don't know if they are now.
Oh yeah, they're doing well now.
They're doing good now, are they?
Yeah, they started off quite a really bad season last year, but they've had to. I mean, the first 2 games they lost big time against Bournemouth, Brighton, and Bournemouth. I mean, they got smashed 4-0.
Yeah.
And that's with Cristiano Ronaldo on there, and many of them Rashford and that. But he got rid of all them, got out a new team. He's benched like the others, and now of course we played in the 3rd game. They destroyed us 4-8, and Man United beat us. I think it was 3-1. I think. So I don't know what happened there. It's away. How's it going? Welcome to the channel. I think you're a sub. Please actually put your links in, guys. You're more than welcome to, of course. I'll just get to that. I'm happy because I found a flip. I just a stupid flip. You're welcome. Ronaldo is probably not going anywhere. Nobody can afford him. He wants to play Champions League football for a team that can't pay him. He's got such a high. It's just trouble when you go too high. I mean, the guy gets nearly 2 million a month.
Oh, good gravy.
Is it 2 million? Is he on? No. He must be. No, sorry. Yeah. Is he on? It was 2.5 million. 2.5 million pounds a month. I think he's on. It's crazy. Yes, still there. So, how are you, my friend? Cartoon Universe has put his channel in there.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy I found a flip for this coin. I've been looking. That's why I've been looking down.
No.
It's an Austrian coin. I can't remember what year it is. I know it's. I think this is around when Silver Tanifer. Oh, cable cars are awesome. This is 1928. Just think this coin was only 2 years old. And the Queen was around then.
That coin's the same age as my father.
Wow.
Wow.
That's when my dad was born, 1928.
Yeah, I know. That's another thing that we've found. We could be bloody brothers for Pete's sake.
Hey.
BH Customs, Bradley Heights, great to see you, my friend. How are you? Right, this coin is Austrian, and that's a fact. Austria, 1928, and it's a 2 gross.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna have finish up a video and then get out of this room because I'm bloody hot. Right.
Yeah,
he's overheating. Look, DJ, thank you for coming up, and
yeah,
I'll look forward to checking out your next video you upload there.
definitely.
Yep. See you
It's always good
all.
to see you, my friend.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, hopefully.
See ya.
Yeah, see you, Stevie.
See
See you later. Thanks for coming up. Oh, he's gone.
I like him, he's fun. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunters. Oh, I got his name almost right there.
I just finished watching the videos of Las Vegas with their flash floods they had last month. Holy mackerel!
What did what did he say about the nuclear power plants? They buried everything.
Oh yeah, but that's it's odd because I'm hearing all the stuff about the water being down to a record low and all this stuff, and here's Las Vegas getting a flash flood, and there's cars being dragged down the road, and oh my gosh, slot machines floating away, and gamblers still fighting over the cards while the water's splashing all over them. No, it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. I mean, there's a lake in America, and apparently the native Indians know about this lake, and I know it sounds quite kind of nuts, but before the internet really took off, there was a program called Crazy Ways People Died, right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the actual title, but it's quite older. Anyway, there was these people out in the boat, and suddenly the water just disappeared, and obviously the boat went into the hole. They thought it was a big sinkhole, and apparently this lake drowns itself every something like 100 years, and then it just comes back up again. It sort of goes down to a sinkhole and just the earth pushes it back up again, and the native Indians knew it, and they found the boat. They obviously couldn't find the body because it was thick with mud. But yeah, it's just like, but the Indians said, well, we knew that was going to happen because it always does it every year. They got a name for it, and they shouldn't have gone out. There should have been signs around a lake that not to go out on boats because it could sink at any time. But yeah, but
all they had to do is put up signs that say, "This lake sucks. Stay away."
Yeah, it's got a big plug hole in it. But my favorite lake name of all time, is called Lake Disappointment in Australia.
Really?
Yeah, Lake
Disappointment. What driving through Northern Ontario, which is probably very scenic, but the most monotonous drive I've ever done around the lake at Lake Superior. There are so many trees and rocks and lakes and trees and rocks and lakes. Oh, and I will throw in the hills too. They've run out of names, and people are so bored. They build stuff with the rocks they find on the side of the road. They make inukshuks There's one that looked like a poodle, another one that looked like Stonehenge, and this is the only stuff you look at. And as you're driving by, you look over on the right hand side, and there is his lake and hers lake. They've literally run out of names. It's just that's his and that's hers. Okay, that's ridiculous. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, well, with all the pronouns now, they've got plenty of names to go through.
Yeah. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter says Lake Mead's still drying up. Yeah, and they're still finding barrels with bodies in it.
Yeah, you know, from the 1920s, 1930s.
I think that last one was from the 70s or something. It was just crazy. Like I say, here's Las Vegas getting freaking flash floods, and Lake Mead is almost empty.
That's crazy, though, isn't it? Really.
Well, they do have a serious situation there. I mean, a good portion of the water from Lake Mead is used for irrigating all the farms and stuff throughout California. So when you start running out of water, what are they going to do? Their things are already burning up.
Wow. I mean, exactly. What you've got to realize is that things change now. Urban areas expand, you know, cities expand, and things go built upwards. That water's got to go somewhere. You know, factories get bigger. You know, factories get knocked down. You know, it needs machinery. There's cars that still need water. There's more people drinking the water today. There's probably more animals today. Who knows? That water's got to, you know, there's only so much water on the planet. It's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, it's probably flowing back to Canada, but that's okay. BH says, I've lived in Las Vegas for 38 years now. Oh, man, I would be so sunburned. I went down there a couple of years ago, and I was stupid enough to go in as a Canadian going down in summer. You should never go to Vegas in the summertime. I mean, I get down there. I'm used to like, oh my goodness, it's 60 Fahrenheit. It's getting really hot out. Let's put the air conditioning on. No, I go to Vegas, 114 in the shade. I'm like, it was awful. I mean, I stayed at the Green Valley Ranch. I got scalded just running from the car to get inside the building. And it was so hot, it melted off my sunscreen. It was so hot that I jumped in the hot. They had a beautiful hot tub there, and the water felt cold.
That was refreshing, though.
It was yeah backwards, but yeah. So no, I would recommend if you like colder weather and you like getting away from it, January, February, March, sometime when it's cool. Get down to it gets down to 75 Fahrenheit down there. People are wearing parkas, and you're there with your shorts on.
Do you know what I did that in Dallas? It rained a little bit, right? And they were like, "You're mad going out in this rainstorm." I goes, "Well, this is just an everyday occurrence in England." I goes, "This is a good day." Oh, they're a t-shirt, not a problem. It's actually cooler than I expected. I thought it was going to be like really blistering heat, and it was actually quite cool because there was no humidity. When it's really hot here, you can't breathe because of humidity. But it wasn't that hot. It was like triple figures, but it wasn't hot.
Imagine my dismay when I went to the UK in 2017, expecting fog and rain, and like the atypical what I thought was English weather, only to be again scalded. I was staying in Salisbury for Pete's sake. It was beautiful, sunny, and I was dying from the heat. And then, of course, humid. And then they said, "Okay, let's go down to Brighton." Holy crap! You guys had palm trees down there. Yeah. Like I'm ready to dress up like bloody Sherlock Holmes with a freaking big, nor'wester coat and everything else. And what? What is this? This is like something out the Wicker Man, for Pete's sake. What's going on down here? You know, and then of course everybody's bragging about the beaches. Oh, we got the most beautiful beaches down there. So I figure, okay, I don't need any sandals. I like to feel the sand between my toes. Sand? It was flipping rocks, little pebbles, and they hurt to walk on.
Yeah, that's kind of like a really bad. It's like you go to a gourmet restaurant and you only end up with a burger. That's what Brighton's like. You know, it sells. I think the only place you can probably find sand is on the nudist beach, down a bit further. No, right, babe.
Yeah, Darren still hasn't gotten Silver T's address. There's his email, Silver T. Send him your address so he can send you whatever.
This is a 1915 Canadian 1 cent.
Ooh, I got to get him to do an Irish jig. Wow, that's cool. 1915. They had really good ice cream cones in 1915.
Did they?
Sure, they did, because they actually made them actual out of waffles. You go down to Coney Island and they would ring them up, and then they put the ice cream in these waffle cones that they made.
Oh, would they bend them around into like a?
Well, yeah, they were a little softer, but that's still.
Because we still have that here. That they are pretty cool here. When we go down to Lydiard Park, I don't know if you actually seen one of Zoe's or Lauren's videos. They got like mixed flavors. I like blackcurrant. They do this really nice, tasty blackcurrant ice cream. Oh man, it's so good.
I'm gonna guess blackcurrant would taste a lot like blueberry, because I like blueberry ice cream is just out of this world. Or maple walnut. Oh, of course I'm Canadian. Maple walnut, I must have. Hey, I need a new hat.
Talking about Mexico with Las Vegas Urban and DH Customs, my brother.
There we go.
Mexico, and he came back, didn't he? He looked orange. I didn't know whether to go up and give him a hug to say hello or polish him. He was the most craziest colour I've ever seen in my life. He looked like burnt toast. And he wore this bright, what is it, like silvery grey suit as well, wasn't it? Man, he was like burnt to a crisp, he was, but he looked bronze.
You know it's bad when it hurts just to put your t-shirt on. Like, okay, that's it. I'm done. And it's not fun running from a air conditioned car to an air conditioning building, and you know, it's like doing a 50-yard dash in your oven. I mean, it's just not cool. Literally.
You know, have you ever been like that in Arkansas, where it's really, really steaming hot?
Arkansas?
Yeah, it's terrible here, to be honest, the weather. It gets so hot, and the humidity is terrible here. Really bad. I mean, I've been here since 2009. I've moved over here, and when I go outside and try and do some work, your lungs just feel so, I don't know, it's like tight. Your lungs get tight, and it's awful. The feeling if you're doing some work outside. I don't like it at all. I can't get used to it.
I mean, Texas weather's weird. I thought it'd be a lot hotter than I expected, and it wasn't. It was actually quite nice.
Yeah,
I thought, you know, wear a shirt, and I thought, man, boiling. I mean,
Mojo will tell you where it's like here. Oh, it's so hot.
Mojo, because
he knows. He even born here, and he hates it. I think the weather here, it's too hot for him.
Yeah, I see him like sparring sometimes on videos.
Yeah, you're just about 2,000 miles from me, and you're heading down. You're getting pretty close to the lakes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I found that when I was especially down around the Great Lakes, the humidity was just unbearable.
Yeah.
It just made things way worse.
It is. It's real bad here.
Not here. Not here. We got dry heat and dry cold. So you know when it hits -50, you don't know that you're freezing to death.
It's a bit
Whoa.
like 2012. You just freeze up. Go.
Yeah, pretty well. It's like instantaneous. We take cups of water. That's one of the games we play here. You take a jug of water and you throw it up in the air, and it turns instantly into snow. Right? You get this fog.
I'll tell you what I would like to do though is actually do is to go to Canada when it's cold, just to have the experience.
Really? Is that right?
Yeah.
You want to come to Canada in the winter?
Yeah. I walk around with a t-shirt and everything.
Oh, okay. What are you on?
A piece of cake. You just worrying over nothing.
Oh, you're on cake. I don't think so. First off, if you are a young, healthy person, I could see you going, oh yeah, I'm going to go ski the Rockies, or or do cross country skiing or snowmobiling or whatever. Yeah, that's great in Canada. But but you have to be an old fart that's all busted. It sucks.
Well, I'm an old fart who's all busted, so
try using your walker through the snow to get to the bus. Oh, it's only 4 feet of snow today, hon. I should be able to make it in a couple hours.
Do you know what I saw a few weeks ago? Right? I like watching this, like the live train cam around Canada. Yeah, and I think it was like November time, and this train was going really slow because you can't see the tracks. It's built up, but the train was obviously knocking the snow out the way. And this guy just walks past with his skis and goes past the train like that. He just wanders off in the distance. The train's going really slowly, and he's moving the snow out the way. It's like this guy on skis just toddles back past like nothing's happened. Like, why is everyone on a train? This is quicker.
Yeah, that's not that unusual. I've driven the Rogers Pass through the Rocky Mountains midwinter. And there's a section in there where they have what they call snow sheds. These snow sheds are built over the highway in avalanche-prone areas. And it's cool because when the avalanches come down in that area, down in the lower part is where the trains go through. And they have a special train with a special plow in there that blows it all up. And you take a look at where the train's traveling through, and there's 50 feet of snow on each side of the train because of the avalanches coming through. And where you're driving in the Rogers, of course, you can't drive there without chains on your tires. When you hit the snow sheds, here's this little hole in the middle of the road where the road's going through in this tunnel, and you look up, and it's like 400 feet of snow straight up where the avalanche is coming down and completely covered the road. And the only thing that there is the hole because of the snow shed for you to drive through. It is like mind-numbing to see this. It's just crazy. So yeah, you're more than welcome to come here in the winter if you want to.
Okay.
It's like, my goodness. Banff's pretty.
Canada, okay?
No, in the winter, right?
Oh,
set him straight.
But babe, please.
Could go to West Edmonton Mall, but you can only do the mall so long. Oh, please. The water park's okay. Nothing like being -45 Celsius outside and you're in a water park with your swim trunks on, in the wave pool or going down the
No,
slide.
you need swim trunks on, it'd be fine.
Oh, jeez.
I never want to do that.
Joke. No, I'll go in the swim. I'll go in the pool.
Oh yeah, they've got parts where they got big inner tubes and stuff. You can just put it around your waist and float.
So he goes, I think you would, put one around my waist and float, but you wouldn't. I'd be like a submarine.
I don't need one of those tubes to float. I just float naturally and just.
See?
Yeah, Silver T wants to come in the winter too. Oh no!
Does anybody want to join us and prove that Canada's not that cold in the winter?
Oh, lovely.
Oy vey.
It's just hearsay,
I love it when my brother-in-law, he's in Manchester, he goes, yeah, they had a light sprinkling of snow here and everybody shut down. He shows me a picture. He says, oh my Lord, you wouldn't want, the 5 or 6 feet of snow we get on ours.
I'm only messing because over here it's like a massive overreaction.
Oh yeah.
There was one plane that took off from Heathrow a couple of years ago, and we had I don't know, it's like a dusting of talcum powder on the floor, nowhere near the runway, and it shut down every flight apart from one going to Australia. And they said you can take off if you want to, but we're going to Australia. It's their summer when we get there, so it may be cold here, but planes fly at 40,000 feet. It's freezing. It's minus cold up there. It is on the ground, right? So planes are they're happy to fly in cold weather. And no, they wouldn't let them take off because there was a little flurry on the grass, right? Even though the runway was perfectly clear. No, they said, but we're going to Australia. The plane's going to Australia. Why have we got to delay our flights to go to Australia? But they didn't let them take off. He said, no, I'm taking off.
Wow.
Crazy.
Dimebag's messing with our heads. He says, is Canada as cold in the winter as it is in the country? What? What? He's trying to be a smart aleck because he lives down on the coast where all they do is flipping rain and flood and rain and everything's gigantic and very green, but
yeah, 50 foot. So we have 50 minus point something of a millimeter of snow. That's it. Everything shuts down. Trains, buses.
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
It's just an overreaction.
You don't shovel rain, no. But you need a dinghy when it floods down there, don't you, Darren? I've seen what happened last year.
And I'll tell you something else. Do you remember going back a few years ago, you had the Canadian Grand Prix, and it was absolutely chucking it down in Canada. And I think it was when David Coulthard smashed, or Michael Schumacher smashed into David Coulthard. And even the racing drivers said the best way of getting rid of the rain is taking the racing cars out there, to blow the rain off the track. And they said, nope, we're postponing it for 2 hours. And it was just a crazy race. It was only one of the best races ever, but it was a crazy race. The Canadian Grand Prix.
Yeah. Evil Arch Conservatives has just got off on my second bus. Someone spilled their screwdriver. Could almost get drunk off the fumes. You know what? I drove city bus for quite a while. I retired from transit. And I'll tell you, some of the things that I witnessed on those buses would curdle a goat's stomach. I had a chap that messed his pants in the back of the bus. He was drunk. And he was so embarrassed, he didn't say anything, but he allowed the turds to fall down his pant leg as he walked out, and he left a trail down the center aisle. Now, if you don't, and now this is summertime, so you can well imagine what that bus smelt like, right? So I got the beauty of it was when you get something like that, we call it a sick bus. So we automatically call it into dispatch and say, "Look, I have a sick bus. I got to go in and get an exchange." He said, "Okay, come in," and they have a guy waiting as you log into the bus barn, and the cleaner was waiting for me. He steps on the bus and he almost turned green. He said, "Oh yeah, this is a really sick bus." I just hopped out of my seat and went, "Enjoy."
Oh man, that is brilliant.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's another one? I'm doing this for EAC's sake because those were good memories, even though they were preposterous. I had a guy get on the bus, and he was an older gentleman, really big. He was about 550 pounds. And he was walking with a cane. I'm talking, this guy was far wider than he was tall. And he took up, like 2 or 3 seats. And it came time for him to leave. And I pulled into a transit center. And as I pull up, there's a long lineup of people waiting to get on. And I had to kneel. It's a low floor bus. I had to kneel the thing so that he could get off. Well, there's this Oriental woman that was in the front, tiny little thing, was in a hurry, and she ran into the door, but just as he was exiting. And what happened was he was so big, the two of them got stuck. And they were stuck in the door. And there she was. I could see this little Oriental woman scrambling with the guy's folds of fat folding over top of her while she's crunched into the thing like this. And she's going, help me. And all I could do is sit there going, if I help you, that guy's going to fall on me. You get yourself out of it. Eventually, she managed to pull herself out of the folds, and he exited the bus. But that one I will never forget. I'm like, oh man, that was bad.
Oh, yeah, you want to be a bus driver over here? Is that right?
No. What Dale is trying to suggest is that we there's 2 of us that went on tour over there, and we got this beautiful scenic cruiser bus that we were on.
Neil knows about our buses over there.
And we sat here we are. We're professional bus drivers. We sat right at the very back of the bus. Why? He scared the crap out of us. This guy was insane. He was a great driver, but if he entered our bus rodeo over here, he would have taken top prize. He was doing stuff on those narrow streets and backing in his spots and doing things we wouldn't even dream of doing. He did a 2-point or 3-point turn between parked cars at a T intersection. I couldn't believe it. Like, who does that? Like, oh yeah, my anxiety level just thinking about it's just gone through the roof. Just absolutely insane. There is no way. I wouldn't even drive a Morris Minor over there. It's just too. The roads are too small.
Apparently, when you come here, you're driving.
Yeah, driving you nuts.
No. You're driving.
Oh, no.
Down the road, what I call roller coaster road, and it is 1 lane, and it goes uphill. Yeah, and it's blind bends all the way, about 8 bends, and you get cars coming the other way, and the speed limit is 60 miles an hour.
I don't know how they don't slap mirrors. I'm sure they occasionally do, because I can't believe they didn't. And some of those places, especially the small towns, even Salisbury, they had places where there was no sidewalk. The poor buggers had a house. You walked out your door, you're in the street. What?
That's the same as up here. Kings Hill over here.
That's crazy.
It's a hill like that, and you open the door on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Yeah.
And that's normal streets, really. When you go uphill, it's like doors open on the hill.
Oh, and you better watch out, man, because as a pedestrian, you're a target. Holy crap. Over here, pedestrians have the right of way. Freaking guys on bikes think that they own the road. They don't even have bloody helmets on. They just ride their
I
bikes.
used to have a sticker on the front of my car. Yeah? When I first passed my driving test, I bought this sticker, and it said, "If you don't like the way I drive, stay off the pavement."
I can believe that. Man, oh man. I gotta find a comfortable hat. None of these hats are doing.
Hang on a minute, you said you're going to go skiing.
I haven't skied, and I love
skiing.
skiing.
Go skiing with you. You're taking down the wrong path.
You damn right I will. After what you do to me.
There's no evidence.
Problem is, you can't afford to fall. Come to think of it, neither can I.
I can't afford to fall. You can't afford to pick me up.
I couldn't pick myself up.
We just have to roll. I just go with the roll. The big snowballs coming out.
Oh, you can well imagine that. Okay. Bloody foreigners.
Bloody Canadian, not being flat. You invented mountains in the first place.
Oh, well, someone with a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
My goodness. Why aren't you working? There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get off here now anyway.
No.
That's because Neil's been sitting there. He hasn't said a word in an hour. He needs to talk.
No, I'm going now. I'm going to get something to eat, and I'll see you Thursday, probably.
Oh, sounds awesome, my friend.
Thanks for letting me come up.
Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you, brother.
Bada boom, and Neil is gone. Well, we got anybody else wants to come up?
Well, the funny thing is, Tanny, he did go first. But if anything happens, the microphone.
Do I have? I thought Silver T knew that story. I mean, how many times do I have to relive my ultimate mistake?
Every day of your life, because that was so funny.
Oh God!
It gets funnier and funnier and funnier. No, see, the thing is, Tanny, right? If we went skiing and he goes first, I'm still gonna have to go after him just in case, you know, he jumps over a cliff. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I don't know who Cliff is, but
I have trouble walking down a step. Let's jump at a cliff now. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I never did any free. That's another thing I used to do. Didn't do any free climbing, but we did mountain warfare training. And I'll tell you, that's a rush.
What's that again? Is that when you rush down the mountain?
That's where you climb up the mountain using ropes, and then you rappel or abseil.
Abseil down. Yeah, I like abseiling. I didn't mind the rock climb. I don't mind abseiling. But the last one I went on,
yeah.
As I went over like this, yeah, to balance myself, and obviously I had your hand behind you and front.
Yeah.
The rock on my right foot gave way, and of course I put that down. And I didn't have any gloves on, obviously, you don't. And I was grabbing all the one line. I should have grabbed all the two lines. And I rope burned all my fingers.
Ooh, not good. Not good at all.
But I was going, ow, like this. And I grabbed both ropes. Obviously, I grabbed the safety line and your pull line. And that's your guideline. And I was all right. But, yeah, that was not a good day. But, man, my fingers were stinging.
Most fun I had years after I did all this was we took our scouts out, and we had someone that actually taught people how to do rappelling and climbing for Mountain Equipment Co-op. and we went out to the Clover Bar Bridge. Now, of course, at that time I was having a bad bout, so my back was bad, and I was already out of the service. And the guys hooked me up with a Swiss seat, professional Swiss seat, not like when we did it. We used to have to make ours out of a rope. So this guy has got this proper Swiss seat. It took two guys to push me over the railing of the bridge. So you well imagine we're over the railing of the bridge. We're going to rappel down. And I made out like I'd never done anything like that before. I was just the old guy that was freaking couldn't handle even getting over the freaking railing. So he's going, now you make sure that you use your brake hand and all this stuff. And you got to get into an L. Can you bend your body into an L? I said, yeah, I think I can. I'll give her a shot. So
you messing with him?
I was messing with him. So
I thought
so. So he says, don't be afraid now. It's I know it looks like it's a long ways down. I said, long ways down. See ya. And I bounded off and I flew, and I could hear an audible gasp coming from this guy going, no, he never had a chance to tell me what to do. And I flew right all the way down. It felt so good to do it again. He says, you know what you were doing, you bugger.
Oh, yes. I got what's it called? I did a video, right, of a Newfoundland coin. Yeah. Yes. And would that still, even though it's Newfoundland, which was then not part of Canada, right? It had its own. Would I still put it in Canada today in category?
They typically are put in a separate category for Newfoundland, but I can tell you right now, you can put them in the same album as Canadians now. Okay. Because we're related.
Because I was going to get but it was a bit pricey. I can't remember what coin it was. There was another one, Newfoundland, and I think the other one was not Prince Edward Island. What's the other one? There's another one, wasn't there? There's Newfoundland, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia was. You can take Nova Scotia all the way back to Confederation. It's Newfoundland was 1949.
Yeah, it was quite an old coin.
So it was pre-49, of course, but yeah. Wow, my machine is really buggered. Hello.
Your machine's buggered.
Oh my! I'm trying to see YouTube on my Mac. It's got to go in and get serviced. Considering I've got fiber optic and it's like I have a 500 baud modem running here. It's so slow.
Might be good for us at the moment. Well, I think we've got a lot of work going on outside. We had a lot of BT down here today.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's making because Zoe's YouTube's been really bad. Mine's been uploading since yesterday. Still processing apparently some of my videos. That's since Monday.
Oh wow.
So that's probably where I got this 20,000 hours from. 20,000 hours of waiting time. Another Canadian. Uh, 1917. 1 cent. I'm getting there, Skip. Getting there slowly. Well, what's this one then? 1 penny. What's this one? 1 penny. Las Vegas has a couple of phases.
Do you have a fair amount of Canadian nickels in your collection?
No, I've only got one. Oh, hang on a minute. No, I haven't. I got one fish scale, which I showed you the other week, and the rest are like some of the blue noses, I think. I haven't got them all. I know. I still got yours that you sent me. Obviously, put away as gifts. But I will get all them out, what people sent, and put them into books, and then put labels on the thing what they sent. So, but I want to keep all the stickers in the same place.
That's coming to you.
Oh man, really? No, you'd have to do that.
I'll put that with the $50 that I screwed up on, because I've I've got so much of this stuff. My goodness, rolls and rolls and rolls. That's American. I got a full tube of buffalo nickels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The Australian old 1 pennies are huge, aren't they?
I love the Australian stuff.
Actually, Tanny, guess what I found the other day? I found a New Zealand coin in my collection.
Yeah, Las Vegas. I love it when fellow trekkers show up in the chat. Las Vegas Urban says that he has some phasers as well. Yes, I have a couple different models of the phaser, but I also have my Christmas tree. You got to see that, because it's every kind of ship that Star Trek had.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what my favorite ship is out of all of them, though? Is the Ferengi ship. I reckon it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, Ferengi's okay. Looks like ancient sea life to me. Oh, that's a good find. 56 Canadian nickel and a coin return. That's cool.
Well, that's pretty cool, Papa G. Oh, I could get it the right way up. That's fine.
I would be able to do a bridge swing. The only thing I won't do is a bungee jump, only because my body would split in half. I can well imagine going down. All of a sudden, the fat goes from my waist right over my head. It would look like a funny inverted sausage casing. It would be awful.
You'll have to wear a windsock.
I can hear the guy standing on the bridge. Kind of looks like an Oscar Mayer wiener.
Oh man, I can't even see the date of this now. 1911. 1911. 1 cent. Australia. Right. What else have we got? Oh,
Yes, I like the Klingon bird of prey. Yeah, that's a nice looking ship.
that's nice looking.
The modern ones, not the old ones.
No, the newer one looks pretty cool. Where it's double winged. No, is that the Romulan one that's double winged?
The Romulan one looks quite a bit different than the Klingon.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The one was like double winged. It's like
the Klingon tends to have the long neck with the control area in the front, the pilot seat or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it has to be the Romulan ship then. That's a pretty cool looking one. Grey,
Yeah.
I think. The grey color. Yeah, because Romulans are they're normally grey, aren't they? And then you got the Klingons normally like a yellowish color, aren't they? The Borg ship, the collective.
What is it? God, I've forgotten the name. Is it Species 8472? It's the ones from Fluidic Space. Those are cool ships.
Yeah, I've got a question for you. If you're a Trekkie, what happened to Q?
He's immortal. He's just floating around the continuum.
Because he's the one who introduced the Borg to the card, wasn't he?
That's very correct. Yes. Yeah, right. You know, that's the one exhibit in Vegas I wish I'd been around to see is the Star Trek exhibit that they had there.
I mean, it's amazing how Gene Roddenberry actually even pitched, because he only wrote on a piece of paper a concept.
Yeah, his whole idea was it was like a wagon train to the sky.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah.
What was it? I can't remember the actual currency they used. I know it begins with a T.
What? Which race?
The currency.
For Ferengi?
No. Hang on, I'll just try and figure out. Hang on.
Gold pressed latinum. Credits.
It was
because because in the Star Trek universe, in the Federation, they don't have money anymore. Currency's
they did
gone.
have some kind of currency, but
yeah, only dealing with those that were Yankee traders, like the Ferengi and Quark was very cool.
What was it called? Is that it? Quarks, that's it.
Quark is from Deep Space Nine.
I still like the very first one though, called The Teacher.
The first one, what from TNG?
No, this is the very, very first episode.
Oh, are you talking? Oh, you mean talking the original series?
Yeah, the original series.
Okay, the original series is oh God, no. They actually had to redo it. That was the one with Christopher Pike. What did this? Help me, guys. What was the name of that one? I can't remember the name of it now, but they did it twice.
The Man Trap, it was called, 1966.
I would have said, I think it's called The Cage.
After Rodby, the second pilot episode, wasn't it? Go on, receiving a favorite Star Trek aired. The first episode, The Man Trap.
Man Trap.
Hang on, who was the teacher?
Silver T says, before my time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Darren, he says, yes, it's The Cage.
You're right.
Star Trek original series, season 1, episode 1, The Man Trap.
He says, I am sticking with The Cage no matter what is read. That's what I knew it as The Cage. I got to check to see. Mind you, though, it depends on where it was debuted, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. It might have been earlier from you and later for us. Because everything came out like 6 to 8 months later, so... Yeah, it's the original pilot series, wasn't it? The original pilot, 14th of October.
I need a willy. Oh, my bladder is bursting.
Do you not remember that one as well, actually?
Oh, Lauren, you're a minx, you are. You're naughty.
The Cage. I swear over the years, movies that I remember have one name or have different names. That's happened. That's called the is it the Mandela effect, where you think one thing's one and other things come up. This is Australia, I think. Australia. 1 halfpenny, 1916. 1 halfpenny. Princess Sorgi, the Sorgi mix. Australia. 1 half. Oh, I'll do that one. Queen Zorgi. Queen Zorgi. Okay.
Okay, I have done my research. It is The Cage is the first one. That was the pilot episode, which aired between November 64 and January 65. Started Jeff Hunter as Captain Christopher Pike.
Yeah.
Major Barrett was number 1. And Leonard Nimoy was Spot. It was the worst freaking... When they had the very first episodes when Spock talked, it was almost robotic. It was actually funny. But the second pilot episode was called Where No Man Has Gone Before. And it was a slightly edited version with the same title, aired in 66 as the third episode of the new series. The Cage never aired during Star Trek's original run. It was presented by Roddenberry as a black and white work print at various science fiction conventions over the years. So, yeah, that's it was really controversial when it first came out. They're trying to... I think Jeff Hunter made he made a good character as Captain Pike, but he did come back with the episode where you had the guys that had the big heads, and Pike was in a wheelchair, freaking looking like some sort of mutated zombie, and they used mind. What do you call it? It was like a fantasy world where he could actually see himself as he originally was before he was mutilated.
Do you remember the episode? This is Next Generation. This is one of my favorite episodes. I think it's probably one of the first ones, where the Admiral went into youth.
Yes, I know. I remember the one you're talking about, where they all became young.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
That was one of my favorite episodes. That was because he wanted to go back. I think was it going back to fight Khan or something, or something like that.
I can look it back.
I can't remember who the bad guy was, but he wanted to get young again so he can take on. But he tricked his wife. He took two lots, didn't he, or something? Overdosed himself.
My favorite one was with Picard when he, I forget, something to do with light. It's called light. He ended up, they spotted some sort of space object, and it sucked him into the freaking a reality where he lived a person's entire life, and when he finally resolved it, it was basically a messenger boy from thousands of years ago, and he actually got to know the people that no longer existed. It was really cool the way they did it.
Something to do with the sun or something, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, the sun. That was a pretty quick episode. And I remember the time. I can't remember what happened. The story, obviously, 'cause there's so many with the original series. It was when Bones repaired Spock, and he had his brain opened, and he was like putting the so-called light.
When he was in the globe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. As Contra was stuck inside the globe because this race of super beings were kept alive. Their consciousness were kept alive, and they stole his body. He was stuck in the globe. Yeah, that was a good one.
Funny stuff, man. Absolutely awesome.
Oh, Relics was awesome. That was a really good episode with James Doohan, where he was stuck in the transporter for 80 years or whatever. He was on the Dyson sphere. Yeah, that was a really good episode. Oh my god, I'm geeking out here.
Because I have watched all the episodes. You know, my brother is more of a geek. I used to buy him like Star Trek books and stuff like that, biographies for Christmas and stuff like that. My brother Robert, who's a geek that way. But I just watched them because they were just on at that particular time I got home. But yeah.
I'm a geek. Yeah, I'm a trekker. I am.
Star trekking across the universe. Only guy for all work still can't find me.
And she was such a hottie. Yes.
Oh yeah. When she was younger, yeah, definitely.
When we were all younger, at least we thought so.
Did you ever see that that controversial episode? You probably did. A stupid question, but where they were in the hologram deck, and they were doing yoga, and they were wearing the tightest pants you can possibly see, and you had Counselor, whatever her name is, I can't remember her name, Troy.
Deanna Troy.
Deanna Troy, and then you had another. It wasn't the Doctor; it was somebody else, one of her friends. I think it was then. I don't think Worf was the security. It was a girl, blonde-haired girl.
Oh yeah, that's.
I can't remember her name. And they did yoga together, and they were wearing the most tightest pants possible. I think it's probably the most recorded and rewinded episode ever.
Tasha Yar.
Tasha, that's it.
Yeah, actually, my favorite was 7 of 9.
Oh, 7 of 9, yeah.
Like,
and
wow.
I mean, for a robot, she was pretty fit.
Well, the sad part is, as an actress, it must have been brutal because she was stuck in that outfit. She eat a wet noodle and it would show up because that was so tight. It's crazy.
I felt wearing that outfit so many times. Counselor Troy. Who was your favourite first officer?
You're my favorite first officer?
Who was everybody's favourite first? Out of Spock all the way through. Who was your favourite?
I would have to say Will Riker.
Yeah, that's mine. Riker is just awesome.
I mean, I liked him because he had a sense of humor.
Yeah. And do you know why he stepped over? Do you know when he sat down, he would turn the chair around and step over the chair rather than sitting down on the chairs normally? Do you know why he would step over the chairs and sit on them backwards?
Gee, let me guess, because the stupid uniform he had kept creeping up on him.
No, he had a slip disc. And
is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a true fact. He had such a sore back. He was on recovery, so stepping over the steps, over the chair, because he was a tall bloke, and sit down on the chairs backward because he would lean up against the chair because he was in immense pain. Little fun fact for you.
I think I would get along very well with Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, because what he's mentioned there, I've got all the same thing, all the movies, most of the as many toys I get. I have boxes of even the plates.
Wow!
I had at one time, before I turned it into a military themed room. This was all Trek. I had the great big huge board with all the different ships on it and all lit up. I sold that one. Shoot, I had a poster board that was had the mat around it that had an uncut sheet of the original Star Trek cards that I sold out to. Like, that was really nice. But so, you know what? It was great, especially when I was younger. But now I've gotten older. I keep that hobby on the back burner because my kids are like, Dad, isn't it time that you started doing something else besides Star Trek? This is why it keeps me young. And the plates. I got all the bloody plates. So many plates.
Michelle Nichols. Yeah.
Nichelle Nichols. Did I tell you what Tracy did?
Didn't she not recognize her or something?
Oh, no, she didn't recognize Patrick Stewart, and we ended up having tea with him. That was fun. Nichelle Nichols, Tracy couldn't stand her. And it was the first convention I'd ever taken her to, so she's not a Trekker at all. I had front row seats. I'm watching Nichelle Nichols, and at the time, she had to be, late 40s maybe. We're sitting there watching her, and she was wearing a mini skirt. Apparently, she had done some exercises to build up her busts because her busts were about a size 80. And she wore this mini skirt with this wool sweater. Of course, American. She comes up to Canada. She's wearing a turtleneck sweater with a mini skirt. What the heck? With her boobs out to here. And she's up there, and she did her normal spiel. She's talking about how she met Martin Luther King and, first interracial kiss and all this stuff. Then she went into a musical number. Well, she's prancing around this stage in front of us. Now, first off, Tracy's already slumping in her chair. She's like, oh, yeah, really? Okay. She has no filters, so she's doing her thing. And Nichelle Nichols can hear her. She's actually listening to my wife going on. And then when Nichelle Nichols started to sing, Tracy was making all these comments about how horrible her singing was. And so look at her there. She looks like she has to go pee, bouncing around the stage. And Nichelle Nichols got all upset to the point where she forgot where she was in her song and had to start over. Oh, man. Oh. Well, needless to say, afterwards, we got in a lineup for the autographs. She didn't sign anything for me or Tracy. She just stared at us. We moved on. Yeah, that was really embarrassing. Oh God, she's got no filters. It's actually half the entertainment with my wife. It's both embarrassing and like very amusing.
You're not like that, are you, babes?
At least over here in Canada, I can lean over and say, "Don't worry, she's British. It's just it's okay."
She's British.
Well, yeah, he kept passing up promotion because he wanted the Enterprise.
Who's that?
Riker. He was waiting for Jean-Luc to give up the Ghost. But he had, but you got to remember, if you look through the chronology, he did end up an admiral.
Yeah, he missed captain up, didn't he?
No, he did captain for a while.
Did he? What did he captain? It wasn't the Enterprise, though, was it?
No, it wasn't the Enterprise, but he did end up moving up in the ranks. And then he went into the reserve, Star Trek Reserve. That's why when he I think it was in Picard that he actually come out of retirement to help him.
I still say though, do you know what's that film they done? Was it Close Contact or something like that? I can't remember the name of the film now. Where they all met up. We had Picard and Kirk.
Oh, okay. That was the last actual movie that they had with TNG.
Yeah,
that was the one where he ended up in the Christmas tree. You look at the Christmas ornament, you can see all the galaxies and stuff. That was cool. That was oh gosh,
it was about the wave, wasn't it? It was some kind of wave or something.
Yeah, it was he got caught in that wave. That's right.
I really didn't like that film, to be honest. I think a couple of the actual motion pictures aren't very good.
Well, Kirk's final words were lousy. I don't know. It was fun. Oh my.
Yeah, he could have got out of a bit more of a bang, couldn't he? Oh my God, bad Tracy. Spock must die.
Thank you, Google. It is Generations.
Generations, that's it. Yeah, film wasn't that great, to be honest. The one I did like was the one when they caught up with Voyager 1, I think it was. And The Voyage Home is my favourite.
That's Star Trek: The Motion Picture. That was the very first one they did.
Yeah, I like
that. And it was Voyager.
Voyager, yeah. But yeah, it was about Voyager 1. I think it was Voyager 1. But yeah, I like that one. There's lots. I thought it was pretty cool. Mind you, I was a young kid when I watched it, but I still thought it was pretty cool. And The Voyage Home I liked, and the new Chris Pine films. I thought they were pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the Chris Pine films were fabulous. But you know what? That one, The Voyage Home, was absolutely my favorite movie.
Yeah,
it was the best one. Heck, I think I'll watch it. In fact, talking about it, I think I'll watch it today. It's such a good movie.
So if I write Newfoundland, then write Canada underneath, yeah? Would that help?
If you want to call it, it is Canada now.
And this is $19.12. This one, 20 cents. And that's going to be 925 silver, that, isn't it? I think I'm done. Looks like it.
You realize it's 4:30. It's 20 after 4 already here. Where'd the time go?
Mentions of this new Gothic look, painted black fingered. Yeah. Is that?
No, I'm just like...
Yeah, Zoe's she's got all the tats and everything going up her arm.
I have no.
And she's what's those new things called, Lauren? What people do now? What are they called? Not gothics. What are they called now?
What link are you looking for?
You call them a name. I can't remember what they call them. Emos. That's it. Yeah, she's an emo.
I have no.
She's an emo. She's got the highlights and everything going in her hair.
Oh,
I thought an emo was a bird.
That's what I thought. But no. Emo, I thought it was a Muppet.
Silver T says it's only 10:20 in the morning for me. Yeah, yeah. You're in the future though, buddy.
Yeah, you're like the next generation. I didn't like Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was quite boring. Can't really do much on a space station, can you?
I don't like Deep Space Nine. It's the only one. Even though I watched the whole series because I had to. It's. I might as well watch Bab 5. I want to watch, aliens being stuck on a bloody station. That's why I liked Voyager. Voyager was. I loved watching that one.
Yeah, I like that one. Voyager's okay. I wouldn't say it's probably in order. It'd be like the original series, then it'd be the Next Generation. I didn't mind Enterprise. I watched some of the Enterprise movies.
Enterprise was okay, except for a couple of glitches. First off, the ship looked more modern than the frickin' 1701. So, and that ship predated it, which didn't make sense. And even everything looked so much more modern. Of course, I understand that the movie was done in the 60s, but
it's that continuity, isn't it?
It did. And not only that, but if you look at the chronology of the Star Trek universe, that was pushed in there. That wasn't even there. It was like it's like it's an alternate reality.
Yeah, I think you're right, to be honest. I liked Voyager. Deep Space Nine is probably the worst episode, so
yeah. And I like Discovery. It's fantastic. I like the newest Star Trek one that they just come out with Christopher Pike. And Picard's not bad either, even though I'm looking for it. It went too fast. Just hard to believe that Picard's an android now.
Yeah. That's when that's taken off from the episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But Data was really cool. I like Data. But in Deep Space Nine, my favorite character was the holographic Doctor.
Oh, me too.
He was just brilliant.
No, not Deep Space Nine. That would be Voyager.
Yeah, Voyager. Sorry, yeah, not Deep Space.
Yeah,
Voyager. I think he was just brilliant.
That was Joe.
Joe, yeah. I remember the time when it was like in the future, and they found it was like an episode where Voyager was destroyed, and they found parts of the Voyager. I think it had like 700 guns or something like it, like a really bad vibe. But when they tried explaining that it was a science ship that was sucked into the Delta Quadrant or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they said no. It's convinced that it was like a battle cruiser or something like that. That was a pretty cool episode.
Hello, Sturika.
And Neil goes, that's right. Zoe's an emo now, not a goth. And Silver T goes, #emo-zorgi. These names that they come up with, emo.
I know, it's very cute. Anyway, my friend, I'm going to be taking my leave now. It's about that time because I'm going to go and enjoy that soup that I made.
I don't blame you. You go and enjoy it, my friend. I'd like to say thank you to absolutely everyone who's come out tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. It'll be 12 a.m. for me. And of course, it's going to be
5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
And again, thank you to Neil, White Mojo Voice, Starika. Sorry, I'm just about to close it. Obviously, Silver T, Dimebag, EAC, BH Customs, and many, many other great people that's come in tonight. Thank you so much. Really appreciate every single one of you. And he did the hologram. He did. He was brilliant. Now, I'll tell you what, I'd love to be on that holiday. Anything you can make up, man. I'll have so much fun on that.
Oh, wouldn't we though, eh? That would be a blast.
You can reenact your ski adventures.
No, I don't want to do. No.
No, I'm only joking. Anyway, everybody have a safe week, and I'll see you all tomorrow at the Skipper.
Yes. See you later, buddy.
Take care, everyone. You still on for a moment, Skip? Oh, no. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you soon.